Welcome back, friends, to Roleplaying Unlimited Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus. We are going to pick this up right from where we left off last week, after our characters made their way into the dungeon beneath the villa. We had some combats with some spine devils and caught a couple of cultists in the sewer tunnels unawares, after which the group realized their need for a short rest. They backtracked a little bit, found a room to begin resting, and less than 15 minutes into it, they were discovered by some wandering cultists, and we're going to pick it up at that point right now.
Thumbs up. Let's do this. Nope, nobody. Nobody at all. Whatever. Thank you.
Hey, thumbs up
Got
on that
one.
one.
Thanks. Your energy level is amazing. Okay, Justin, that let's not get all banana sandwich. Okay, you can. You were like at an 8. Let's just maybe a 6.
And just a brief pause here. You can see some of us are celebrating the day for May the 4th. So an extra special May the 4th be with you to all of our Star Wars fans out there as well who are joining the stream. Alright, map time seems to be a bit more responsive than last week. We should be pretty quick and precise with the map stream compared to previous games. I think I've got the hiccups worked out in that respect. So without further ado, let's get some initiatives. I'm not sure how long the Speak with Animals spell maintains that Hezra cast last game, but as you can see, Hezra is a little still in her animation tonight. That is because Kyla is not with us tonight, but we will have her character in the backdrop, as we usually do with our NPCs. But in either case, she did at least alert the group last session to be aware of if the cat hisses, then that is generally the presence of an invisible creature, and that is actually how we're going to start this off, as the Tressum hisses at the supposed arrival of something invisible out in the hallway. This is going to give you, your characters, time to reposition yourselves in the room here, as by the time my cultists make it to the doorway here, you can kind of be in a better position if you want to be flanking on either side of the doorway, whatever your ideal position is here.
And you're talking about the door. Go ahead, Don.
Are the cultists invisible, or is it because they have like an imp with them?
Well, you can see the cultists as they get closer down this passage, so you would guess they've got something invisible with them.
And you're talking about the hallway to the east, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah, you can see the cultists entering through that passageway right there.
And what about right here? What are these things? Are they coming in through another doorway?
No, that is Amric Vanthampur, your prisoner, and Rhea, your ally, who's been keeping him captive and under wraps for the last 2 sessions. She just kind of backed him into the farthest corner, so he has no way of escape, and she's guarding him very diligently.
Ah, okay.
And we're going to go ahead and move our characters in any given time, or do you want us to wait for our initiative to place them for the weapons?
Yeah, exactly. You've all got 30 feet of movement here before the cultists get to this position, which is pretty much the entirety of this wine cellar here.
Okay, and you see that the door is kind of not exactly within a square, so it's kind of splitting too. So I am on the literal one side of the doorway.
And I'm literally on the other side of the doorway.
Okay.
The
And
doorway's covered.
our Tressum remains on Kalidor's shoulder. I don't know that the figure actually made it over to this map, but either way, we know that the Tressum is still with us. Oh, there it is. Why are you stepping on it?
What you're doing my wobbles.
Alright, so our initiative order here. We have our NPC Rhea going first. Nothing really to speak of in that respect. Hezra is not a combat viable character at this moment. I'm actually going to move her far off of the immediate melee, just to kind of indicate that monsters generally will not attack our NPCs, nor will NPCs intervene in the combat unless it's the most dire of circumstances, or if I'm just kind of feeling like controlling an extra character. It looks like it would be Nadir's turn. That is not actually the case, as my invisible imp goes before Nadir. Okay, and I'm going to get an advantage sting here on Gruhlak for 22 to hit, 5 piercing plus 8 poison. Make a con save, DC 12.
Yeah, all the numbers. Yeah, one moment, please. Or do we get our
Brief.
inspiration cards?
I'm sorry, brief.
Here.
Alright, we are back. I think. Yep, there we go. And we have a Radio Free Covenant now following Roleplaying Unlimited. Thank you very much, Radio Free Covenant. Always good to catch up on your streams and your tabletop currently under creation. James, you were asking about inspiration cards, and that is an affirmative.
Just want to remind you that because I know we're just getting on.
So we get those at the start of every session then, right?
Correct. And then deal one of them back to me directly. Limit is 1 per player. I see now why you're asking about the inspiration. Your con save was less than ideal.
Yeah, it sucked.
That's pretty bad, bro.
Was that a 2? Ugh. What? So, you know what, I'm going to be using that card immediately. And may I play that now?
Let's see. I think you can. I'm just collecting cards from everybody else here at the same time.
Okay. Just let me know when you're
Justin
ready. And
is still. Oh yeah, go ahead and deal it right to me. Justin is dealing me his. There we go.
Oops. Sorry, that kind of my mouse slipped a little bit. So.
Oh yeah, I can't control the cards. 1 second. Yeah, just
Go to you next time.
yeah, exactly. I can tell you
Well, I will go ahead and
if a
roll
card ever sets off a trap that I have on the tabletop, that will definitely count against the player who dropped the card.
Oh, my bad, dog.
Beware of your card placement.
Okay, there we go.
Well, that is considerably better. So that is a successful save, and it looks like you're going to take half of that 8, so it looks like 9 damage total, some piercing, some poison, and that will conclude the imp's turn after it becomes visible. Man, Kyla is just on the edge of her seat here. You can tell she is really putting together her game plan.
Yeah, she is.
Okay, there's our imp who just kind of, oops, that is not what I'm doing. Flies over here into the doorway, kind of stabs Gruhlak, and then it is going to fly out of your threatened range. And the
Question:
imp,
Does it become visible right after it attacks? Therefore, if it flies away without taking a disengage, do we get an attack of opportunity against it?
James does. I was double checking to see if this had a similar feature as, I think it was the Spine Devil or some other devilish creature you've recently faced that did not provoke attack of opportunity regardless of disengage, flying through threatened squares, etc. The imp does not have that. It does become instantly visible after it stings out at Gruhlak. Gruhlak can take an attack of opportunity on it as it is backing away.
Okay, I took a quick attack, so you have to go how it goes. That'll do. Oh, okay, that'll do.
Well, let's see. 4 damage and another 4 damage. I resist all non-magical, which is the only reason the imp is still alive after... Man, at least it hit you. That would have sucked if it missed you and then got clobbered for that amount. Regardless, given the results of that attack of opportunity, I think I will put a little further distance between the imp and the rest of the party here. So we will turn it over to Nadir, our tiefling sorcerer, for your turn.
Well, I can only see one of the cultists from my position, so I will be attacking that opponent.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your attack. I'm going to send us over to a BRB here real quick. This music is not getting me going as far as the combat is concerned. So let's take a brief pause on that. And back to something a little more appropriate there. An 11. Well, my cultist has a 12 AC, so you got a near miss there, brother.
Okay, so when we're done here, we'll be finishing a short rest, correct?
Yes.
So if I use something now that resets after a short rest, it will reset?
That is correct.
Alright, then I'll be using this.
Well, alright then. Got a 6 there, very nice. Okay, so that will turn a failed save, or a failed hit, into a successful one. And which cultist is getting it?
The one at the bottom there.
He will, his robes briefly catch a flame and he is singed. Seems to enrage him all the more. What do we got here?
I am kind of taking cover behind these boxes that are here. I don't know how much cover that gives me, but I'm definitely kind of using those as cover.
Alright, noted.
Yoki.
Slobber Chops says something that nobody understands in the Tressum dialect. That brings it to Gruhlak, holding the doorway.
So he's immediately going to, and I know the imp scurried away, so his focus is going to be that one.
Okay, hitting the damaged one.
Yes, he wants to finish it off so he can get at the end, essentially. So he needs to click the doorway to do it. So, die today.
Got it. Oh man, yeah, that's pretty brutal. He is no longer counted among the living.
So his words held true.
Lets out a brief "ow," and then just done.
It's got everything. So, I guess I can't.
Come on,
get to
Kyla, that's funny.
I know, she's stoned. Let's see, I believe I have it. I'm pretty sure I used my action surge. Or I'm sorry, my second wind earlier, but not 100%.
You did. Action Surge and Second Wind have both been used. I think they both come back after the short rest.
They do. So for now, because he's trying to get a better vantage point, he knows there's another enemy right on the other side of the door. He's still kind of angling himself to possibly move through, but he's more gauging the situation, if that makes sense. So he's kind of celebrating his victory of this downed enemy, but also where they can go next. So I'll be undetermined.
So you're
Hey,
taking
James.
the celebration action?
Is that an option?
That would be in
Yeah.
lieu of your actual attack, though, if you wanted to do the celebration action.
Yes. So more of laughter, with joy.
Alright, so
Hey,
over
James,
to...
why
go
don't you
ahead.
set up- why don't you set up one of your resource blocks for action surge? You know, so where it says other resources, change it to action surge. Put one in total, and then one underneath. And when you use it, you knock it down to 0. And then after a short rest or something like that, you pop it back up to 1 to know that's whether you've used it or not.
I actually have those options, and it's me, it's James.
Yeah.
I just forgot to do it, so I've now moved him down to 0. Short rest. We'll pop him back
Yeah,
up
I think
and
by
keep-
default, if you use the Character Mancer, it automatically creates those blocks for you to keep count.
Yeah, it's a great resource because that's something I would be able to keep track. So I just
yeah.
spaced on it. Thank you for the reminder.
Alright, and Dawn, that's going to bring it over to your turn. Moving up there, straight shot on the guy
All
through
right.
the door.
Yep. Right here.
Selaphiel starting off tonight with a hit, leaving me with 1 hit point. Ah, curses!
Yep, and I'm going to be done at that point.
Quick move up and strike with the Warhammer. Amric gets a little gutsy here, seeing some cultists so close, and since everything kind of takes place over the same 6-second span, he's in the midst of saying, "Please, save me! They've captured me!" And he's not even halfway through saying it before one cultist is dead and the other has only 1 hit point. So his words kind of trail off there towards the end, as Jeong-Hoon's turn comes up in the initiative order.
So where did that imp go? Did the imp fly out of the room?
It never came fully into the room. It just kind of flitted in the doorway, stung Gruhlak, and then flew away further east down the hall. And from there, you think you saw it turn north.
Okay. I guess my guy is smart enough to see that as a threat. Yeah.
I think so. I like that we got more players utilizing the 3D dice feature here. Adds a nice touch to the virtual tabletop.
So I am going to attack this guy, but not do my bonus action right now. Or I'm going to do my bonus action right now, but I'm not going to do my action attacking.
Oh, is this like the offhand attack on the cultist?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Flank
obviously not
advantage.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is going to kill that cultist.
And I'm going to attack this imp.
Okay. Oh, jeez. That will strike true, and the demon will go up in a puff of sulfuric smoke. Poof.
And a turn.
End of turn and end of initiative. Sorry, Ben. Could have had a turn, I guess. So that will end that sequence there. Just a reminder on the cultists, they are carrying incense braziers. They are garbed in black robes with hoods, and they are wearing devilish masks, no 2 of which look alike.
Okay, before we continue with our rests, let's take the bodies and dump them into the sewer and let the water take the corpses away.
You can certainly dump the bodies in the water. It's not a very strong stream that you imagine it would carry them away in any kind of quick order. If any, at best, you're at least disguising them below the horizon level.
And what are the masks made out of? Is it wood? Is it like a plaster? Was it consistency, I guess, to make?
A combination of both, like a light wooden frame with plaster fill-ins.
Okay, so the one that's right there at the door, I'm going to pull off his mask just because he wants to kind of see who's in front of him.
Yeah. Looks like any number of humans that you would pass on any given day in the streets of Baldur's Gate.
Well, he kind of curls his lip.
So they have no holy symbols or anything out like that?
They are carrying symbols of Baal and Bane.
I'm going to use my hammer and I'm going to smash those.
Okay. Crunch.
Yeah, I'm going to smash the masks against the wall just because he's very angry and He's also nursing a decent wound from that sting. He's more out of pain. He's a little frustrated, and he's like, just throwing the freaking masks.
You guys throwing bad by that imp. You know what the remedy is? I know what the cure to that is. It's just too bad that none of you can understand me right now.
I was about to say, I was like,
the cat is the Tressum is just meowing away the cure to the imp rash, and nobody knows what it is.
I will walk up to our prisoner and go. He's conscious, right? He's just.
Oh yeah. I think he's rocking 3 or 4 hit points.
And I'll just walk up and kind of get in his grill, if you will. I'm gonna walk up and get in his face and try to intimidate him and say, "If I hear you talk, I will break your jaw, and you'll never speak again." And I will roll intimidation for that. Okay, I'm good with it. And I'm close, as close without touching him. I am in his face, glaring at him, and when I say that, it's dripping with anger and possibly hatred.
Yeah, he is sufficiently cowed at this particular point. He is by no means a CR1 guard who will probably never say another word again, as we discovered in the last session. But at least for right now, Amric seems to be properly in his place.
Right, and he'll do the last second glare like this. He'll just be in his face. Wait, hold it, and then he'll just kind of walk away, just to make it a point, like, be the one to test it. And then he just walks off and kind of goes back towards the door.
All right, and feel free to continue any roleplay here over your short rest. You may conduct light activities, RP, even walking around and what have you, and still gain the benefits of your short rest. And as previously discussed, in addition to the short rest, you each gain your necessary XP to attain level 4.
When we go up a level, do we automatically get all of our hit points back, or do we still have the same percentage of hit points missing?
If you go up a level and your hit dice give you 6 more hit points, then 6 more hit points are added to your max and your current. You do not regain all your hit points until you get a long rest.
Isn't level 4 just ability increases?
Yeah, level 4 you can get a ability increase, assuming, well, yeah, that's just the case in this campaign, no multi-classing. But yeah, you do get ability features, and some classes might have some other stuff in conjunction with that.
Well, I got the martial versatility verse. Did I say it right? Versatility. My grammar's more good or something. So I think we replace the fighting style or something like that. It's
What's
really
up,
just more
George?
for the ability score
Welcome
attributes.
to another exciting episode of Roleplaying Unlimited. Thank you
So
for joining
while
us.
useful, I just
Hope you brought pancakes this
I
week,
just
man.
upped my used it for the attributes. I'm not really replacing anything at this moment. Pipe it up. Pipe it up.
All right. We got Selaphiel also leveled up there. Anything exciting for level 4 Paladin?
I get an additional spell. I don't
Okay.
get an additional spell level yet. That's not until level.
We lost you there on your PTT.
There we go. I get an additional spell. I also get my attribute increase. And as you see, I rolled for hit points and I got a little bit better than average.
It's a risk, but it's nice to take.
Actually, I got exactly average. I mean, it's a D10, so it would have been a 6 anyways, and I
Yeah.
rolled a 6. So.
Yes, indeed. You would have gotten a 6 either way, I guess. And Kyla will, of course, update her character next time around. How about you there, Kalidor? Anything exciting for level 4?
Just yes, and I get a new spell.
Oh, what spells be taking, guys? Is that where we're at right now? We're still looking through the list of options.
Yeah, I'm looking over what spell I want.
Okay, I'm done. The only thing I got was slow fall, where I take less damage if I fall.
So it slows your fall from any height distance.
Yep.
Good to know.
You know a big
I
guy.
got those 2 spells, and my charisma is now at 19.
Oh, baby. Yeah, Justin and I were dueling with the lightsabers over the camera there earlier, George. All right. What do we got here? Flame Blade, True Strike. Has everybody finished their level 4 updates, or we still need a few more
Yep.
moments?
I'm set.
I am good to go.
All right. Well, with that being the case, just a quick refresher on the sewer tunnels here. The trenches are 3 feet deep, 4 feet wide. You'll see the occasional archway that spans over them, as well as the occasional gap in the paths that run along either side of the sewer trenches. And I'm sorry, did we settle on we're going to at least put the bodies in the water?
If it doesn't look like the water is going to take them away, then it really doesn't matter. I don't want to clog up this water channel.
Also what?
I'm going to spend a hit dice during my short rest to increase my heal some hit points.
Okie doke. Big
Hit
money.
it.
Yeah, that definitely puts me back to full.
Sweet. Can't beat that. Okie doke then. So after our short rest is done, we've leveled up to 4. Everybody's gained some measure of hit points throughout that process. And the sewer tunnel extends to the north and the south. Do you have an idea of which path you want to take?
The north, that's where the cultists seem to have been coming from.
Heading north, alright. Go ahead and file out. Yeah, I'm digging this. The map seems a lot more responsive this week around. Yep. Super cool. This passage just continues endlessly west, it would appear. You do see a door on the north over here. And then, of course, a passage leading north just after you round the western bend. I will bring
What
up
is the
our
green
NPCs.
dots?
What's that?
Or the green circle? What are the green circles?
Those are the lanterns that are swinging from the ceiling.
Oh, okay, got it.
Hey, Kalidor, what's the holdup?
I was just finishing up.
Okay, I've got our prisoner here. Hezra, I will officially remove from the map until needed again. And Slobber Chops, yep, keeping up with Kalidor here. Yep, you can see the passageway leading north there heads to a dead end. And a door right there.
Do we go
Leading
in?
somewhere.
Okay, so
Very true there, George. Yeah, Kyla is not with us this week. This was my solution to make it seem like she was part of the game with us, even though she's not. She's been trying to decide her move for almost an hour now. All right, so what you saying there, Don?
okay, after everybody's in position and ready, I'm going to open this door.
Okay, got some pieces to move around here. One moment.
Kalidor, you may want to ready your halberd.
Yeah, I'll probably do that.
Okay, brief page reload here. Roll20 is not as responsive as I would like tonight. I will jump back in here on the other page. Oh, Inspiration Cards has an update. I'm scared. Last time I updated, I broke the whole game.
I would refrain from updating anything until you're done with the game.
Oh, definitely. I'm talking about I updated days before the next session, and then when I logged back in, I was like, oh, everything that I had worked on was undone. Alright, well, I got that back at least. That's the important part. And after assembling outside of this room, are you sure Nadir doesn't want to go in first? We have discovered the cold storage, where animal carcasses and other fresh meat are hanging in the middle of the 10-foot high ceiling from 6 3-foot-long chains, each of them ending on a hook. Examples, there are boar carcasses hanging from 4 of the hooks, and 2 of the hooks are bare, one of which seems only recently bare. Somebody just took whatever meat was off of this thing. On the map here, it's basically a featureless room.
I sense nothing.
Man, that's gross. No beer. No beer for anyone. You can
Could be
see
imps here.
the passageway heading further west, and a door on the same side of the hallway as the cold storage right here, and then a double door just a bit further west over here.
So this is all like big carcasses. There's nothing like small and conveniently sized to take.
Correct.
Pass.
Gotta stick with the candy for now. Looks to be another single door on the north side of the passageway here, and a bend in the passageway heading south, further to the west. So depending on how far you want to proceed here, it just looks like this place continues on and on and on. It should be noted just how clean this place is for a sewer, and considering that these are cultists of the dead three gods, apparently one of the tenets of Mirkul is staunch cleanliness, the cleanliness next to godliness kind of thing, I guess.
Okay.
Lost you there?
Open the door.
Okay.
Instead
and
of
here
being on
we
push to
have-
talk, can I just go back to mute and unmute?
I recommend push to talk because none of us are perfect on mute, including yourself, nor can we realistically be expected to be. But, I mean, your choice.
Okay. I just don't like cutting out and not.
Yeah, I don't know why that happens to you and nobody else. I use the insert key, and as best I can tell, it just always comes through. Or control key, or alt key, or any key that you don't normally use.
Yeah, I have it set for Alt key. Okay, open the door.
Brief swap here. Yep, I hear you, brother. Juggling 6 balls.
That's a lot of balls.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so back to that.
It's him and 2 other guys over there.
And here we have found a larger chamber. You would guess a dining room of some kind. There's no one present here at this current time. There are two wooden trestle tables with benches in the middle of the room. And the room is brightly lit by 6 tall wrought iron candlesticks spaced along the walls. Each candlestick is 6 feet high and has 9 candles lit at the top. And here we have some more features to this room, including another door on the west side. You can guess that probably connects to the other door on the northern side of the passageway. Okay, and while we decide our next move here, whether we're going to continue investigating these rooms or head further down the sewer tunnels or anything of that nature, we will take our first 10-15 minute break at this particular point. Thanks for joining us so far, and we will catch you shortly. Welcome back, friends. We are ready to proceed in the dungeon beneath the Vanthampur Villa, or at least we're almost about ready to proceed. As soon as I get the settings correct here. Bingo! There we go. Alright. Okay, now I figured it out, I think. No, it's all still jacked up. Okay, we have a bald Wookiee, an empty couch, a Backstreet Boy. Hey, we actually own that same shirt. I should have worn that one tonight. We could have doubled up on the Abbey Road Darth Vader Stormtrooper dealio there. It's a badass shirt, brother. I love that
thought
shirt.
it'd be appropriate. I know. I thought it'd be appropriate to wear it in honor of
Oh, yes.
you.
Yes, you know. And
I
just
do.
another happy May the 4th to everybody out there watching the stream tonight. We hope that you live long and prosper. No, that's not right. May the 4th. Yeah, May the 4th be with you on May the 4th.
Unbelievable. That just happened. That just happened.
And we have Kyla still deep in thought there. It occurs to me that for future instances like this, what I should do is capture like 10 or 15 different photos of this, and it just be a little slideshow of Kyla's greatest moments, kind of running there in the corner where she's like, oh, ah! A variety of different poses.
Wide-eyed look.
And we have Ben as Kalidor and Jim as Jeong-Hoon. We are proceeding here in the dining room where our characters have just discovered an empty dining chamber and a door connecting on the western side here, presumably leading to the same area as right. Yeah. So, I mean, Don is taking the lead here, but either he cast an invisibility spell or he's teleported elsewhere because he does not seem to be currently present. So, who's taking the lead on this door? Gruhlak?
Yeah, if he's kind of like maybe he's deep in thought, Gruhlak would just walk up to it and kind of look back at him like, let's go. Why are you waiting?
You see a couch. Who throws out a perfectly good couch? Let's take this thing.
With a little, like with a throw. So Gruhlak will just take the initiative on this one because he figures, give him a break. He's opened a couple doors with success. So clearly this one's gonna be just.
And he wonders why he keeps taking the most
so
damage.
he'll go
from
ahead and open the door.
All right then.
Oh.
Seem to have forgotten how to open the door here real quick.
Sorry about that. Just got.
Hashtag / abre la puerta. There we go. Alright, the door is open. And we have discovered the kitchen. We have some burning hot coals, various kitchen utensils. The kitchen is obviously in a state of prep at this current moment, intending to be used within the next few hours, you would guess. And right here on the central table is the carcass of the boar that you imagine is the one that was most recently removed from the rack in the cold storage room you just came from.
Well, Gruhlak's intrigued, so he's entering and taking a look around. What are these items over on the west wall? There's like two things that are kind of sticking out. Is it like a sink?
No, those are different coal fires.
Gotcha. So I'll start looking around for anything of interest. Maybe some rations, something that could be placed in a bag discreetly for later.
Yeah, nothing cooked up in here at this current time. Maybe come back in a few hours and don't kill the cultists who also double as the chefs, and maybe you'll be able to find something in here.
I promise nothing. So he'll go down to the Gruhlak now. I'm seeing, so he just kind of walks up to the door, leads back out the hallway, and is going to open that.
All right.
And as he comes out the door into the hallway I'm in, I'm like, dude.
What? You're so jumpy. I look very clear as not being an enemy. Do I wear a mask? Is it because is it the color of my skin, or startled you?
I didn't actually shoot you, did I?
No. So thank you for not shooting me.
Are we going to check these double doors now, then?
Yes. Yes. Of course you are. So Gruhlak will go there, stage on the door, and then wait for Selaphiel to open.
The iron double door leading to this room has runes carved in infernal into the arched doorframe, which I know for a fact Selaphiel and Nadir would both be able to read. Anybody else, or is it just those two? Seems like only a third of our party speaks the language of infernal, and what you are able to discern from the runes, that which falls can rise again.
What is this chicken scratch?
It says, that which falls can rise again. Be ready, this might be where they prepare to make their undead.
Should we check the hallway down that way first before we come to this door? Make sure there's no other enemies around the corner. And he points down the west hallway where it kind of branches off going south. Or maybe continuing on just to...
We should send a scout who's stealthy to just peer around the corner to make sure.
Wise counsel.
As I just look at the monk, I guess.
Yo, Wyatt? What do you want me to do?
Can you go down there and make sure there's nobody around the corner down the hallway?
Yeah, I'm real good at sneaking.
We know. That's what we asked you. You don't want me going down there. I'll just draw attention. So of course it'd have to be you.
Yeah, we're both in armor and you're not.
Alright, well, you peer around the corner and it seems to extend pretty much as far as you can see to the south. The lantern swinging from chains on the ceiling, still spaced every 15 feet or so. And there was a door on the western side of the passageway. Right here.
So while he's down there, Gruhlak's gonna yell, "What do you see down there?"
Yeah, that kind of...
I yell back, "Be quiet! This is supposed to be stealthy!"
I shake my head.
Just look at Selaphiel like...
The dreaded 1D120.
Never heard of that one.
Yeah, me neither. It's kind of like that D16 we had from last game, the D12 with the pyramid on it. Well, okay then. So, where is Kalidor? Kalidor feels like there is something going on the other side of the doors here. He can kind of hear like just a stillness on the other side of the door, where only now he recognizes that there was some kind of ambient noise coming from in there. And definitely the shouting. That seems to have alerted somebody on the other side of that door.
fool of a duke!
So we're not going to be surprised when we open this door and there's things and people back there.
Yeah, there's something in that door that's probably now waiting for us to open it.
Well, good. Enemies we can slay at the door, so we don't have to find them, because I'll be here.
Let's
gets
open
his-
the door.
He grips his
I
sword,
just-
ready to strike.
Just sigh and kind of ready myself.
Glorious battle.
Oh
awaits,
boy.
friends.
All right then.
Oh, he's very excited.
Within the room, it is a much larger chamber than any you have been in thus far in this dungeon. There are 2 rows of tall wrought iron candlesticks lighting the vaulted chamber. Each one bears 9 flickering candles. That seems to be a theme you're noticing. A 7-foot tall statue of an angel with white glowing eyes and a longsword stands atop a dais to the south. And a 6-foot tall fiend bristling with spines stands west of the statue, glaring at the door that is just opened before it. And standing before that devil are 4 more of the devil mask wearing cultists who are also preparing actions for this exact moment, which they will proceed to unleash right now. As you are coming under this assault, some of you happen to note 9 tapestries depicting what you would imagine to be the layers of the 9 hells on the side on the walls.
Well, I'm standing by for whoever decides they want to approach, unless we're rolling initiative.
Can I pop my divine?
I got ready to actions here, so I'm going to do those first. Didn't have too much time to prepare. Fortunately, your characters were pretty quick about opening the door once this all went down. Brief pause here while I get us over to some combat music. Okay, that's a little better. Seems like we might benefit from a larger perspective on our stream map, at least until the characters get further inside. Okay, cultists. Let's see. I'm gonna have these 2. They would have been able to get up to that point in the brief span of time. These 2, however, are only up to this spot, so their readied actions are going to be more movement or utility based. Whereas the Fiend, not to be confused with Bray Wyatt from WWE, up top the dais here, will likewise take its readied action.
Kyle is definitely looking very stressed out.
She is, man. This night is not going her way.
Not at all. Not at all.
Why must I be surrounded by frickin' idiots? Okay, so Devil, multi-attack. We're gonna do the Hurl Flame 2 times. Bam, bam. And those, both of those will be on Selaphiel right here. Looks like only the 21 for 8 fire has a chance of hitting there. And likewise, the cultists, I'm going to do 1 attack on Selaphiel and 1 on Gruhlak. Ouch! natural 20 on Selaphiel and a natural 1 on Gruhlak.
Look out!
Watch out! Okay, initiative incoming. Get Slobber Chops back up there in the action. Okay, and looks like after the barrage of attacks that greet the opening of the Iron Wrought double doors, Nadir will be first to react.
Out of curiosity, just to clear something up before we continue, was the yelling an out-of-game comedy thing, or did they actually do the yelling?
He would have actually yelled in game. It wasn't done as a comedy thing. My character is not the sharpest tool in the shed at all. Nor is his wisdom super high, so he just yelled down there.
Okay, I think after this I'm going to have to kill both of them.
So says the Paladin.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh yeah, that's stupid as all get out. So you do you. We'll see. Yeah, exactly.
You never know what's going to happen in a given game of D&D, and tonight we may witness the turning of Paladin to Blackguard.
Probably. I mean, because the only reason why I'm down to like half my hit points and I go on a 6,
is because
so
he
I'm going to
keeps
be getting a
opening the
few
door
more
first.
attacks before the end of this time is over, is because these two are too stupid to actually operate.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
You're telling me I'm the only one here with an actual good intelligence score.
I have an 8 intelligence, and my character is not playing stupid. I'm not book smart, but I'm not stupid.
I don't think their wisdom, Gruhlak's wisdom isn't that high either. Jeong-Hoon, on the other hand, should have a pretty high wisdom.
Yeah, man. 14.
I'm just playing my guy. How
I go out.
I know.
I have no.
Well, Justin, it is nevertheless it is your turn.
Well, I've only got a real good target on that dude. It's just, I guess, the one that probably attacked. Yeah, the one that attacked Selaphiel looks like is the one right there.
Okie doke.
So I'll be attacking him.
That is a hit.
And that'll be EOT.
All right. That is a successful chill touch delivery there. 5 necrotic, and the cultist takes all of it. And that will bring us over to Jeong-Hoon, who is also pretty much standing in the doorway right here.
So can I see this? This is a cultist, I guess. Can I see him around this corner? Can I hit him?
You can, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Oh, man. Well, the quarterstaff attack is going to drop the cultist.
Then I will move into the room and punch that other one.
All right.
Do like that. Then should I reroll or use that same one?
You can roll an additional die just to simulate the advantage. Yeah, same result. Alrighty. Da, 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 da. Very cool. Got that. And another injured cultist, another dead cultist. And hey! It is now the cultist's turn. Alright, so I will have both of them charge up here on Jeong-Hoon. We're going to try to do a little focus fire here, avoiding the candlestick pole here. All three attacks, scimitar slices with advantage. And 3 for 3 looks like. Not for a whole bunch of damage, but every bit counts. That will take us over to Kalidor, our cleric. What you got? Saving throws are called for here. Con save. Wow. Okay. So one makes it. The one who is damaged already, and natural 1 on the guy who is undamaged. All right. Got both of those, Ben.
And I'm gonna throw that on Selaphiel.
Okay. The ever ebb and flow of hit
Thank
point
you.
value. All right. EOT for you, Ben.
No chief for me.
Okay, and bring it over to you, Don. Selaphiel's turn. Attacking the more injured guy with the flank advantage.
No, the guy that's like right next to me. Because I know that Gruhlak can hit the guy that's right in front of him.
I see. Okay, so no advantage, but we're using the left number anyway. That is a hit, and instead of leaving him with 1 hit point, that will deplete by 1 excess. So another dead cultist. Some very holy vengeance music playing as Selaphiel continues to get some good hits in tonight.
And that will end my turn.
All right. Odious Maximus. Do not step near that dais. It is not a good smell over there. I think we will try this. This never works, but why not? We'll give it a shot. A complete opposite side of what I needed. So you can see the devil there conducting some kind of infernal rite and speaking in infernal, and those of you who speak it, you can hear him beseeching the nine hells, "Send me a minion to slay these whelps that have intruded upon the temple of Zariel." And doesn't seem like anybody's answering the call at this point. And that takes us over to the end of the first round here. Gruhlak, over to your turn.
Gruhlak will definitely take advantage of the flank, which I believe I have, and attack the gentleman in front of him, like Don was saying, with advantage.
Not quite.
No?
Does
Well,
it?
either one would.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna... Well, I mean, you would have advantage, you just have to shift a square to the left, because, like, you can barely see this guy. You're standing more on the opposite side of a solid wall than you are the doorway. If you stand there, you get the flank advantage with Jim here, neither of which matters, because they both hit, and they both kill the third cultist.
Okay. He's going to continue to move into the room just to give the barbed devil another target, because obviously right now Selaphiel is taking some damage. Is already just line of sight with him, looks like. So he's going to start to move. See, I already moved 5 feet to that size. 10, 20, 25, 30. So he starts moving along the wall to get its attention. Like, he doesn't seem to be super intimidated by it right now, and he wants to present himself as a target.
Okay. I see you passed this guy's threatened square, and knowing Gruhlak, this iron pole with the 9 candles on top of it is likely now tipped over on its side, because I doubt Gruhlak was gingerly walking past it.
Oh no, he's really. I mean, I should have. James should have seen that, but I didn't. So he would, and Gruhlak probably would have blown past it, because obviously the barbed devil's going to draw some attention. So he'd absolutely like, screw that candlestick thing.
Yeah, it's an inept response anyway. Gruhlak just passes by too quickly for the cultist to even really respond with any kind of efficiency.
Yeah, I'm sure he's surprised. He's almost surprised that the guy was walking into the room towards his master. Master!
All right, so that takes us to the top of initiative round number 2, and Nadir's turn.
All
Come
right,
on,
so
Kyla, liven up.
So I heard that devil chanting and calling upon Zariel and all that. Can't quite see him from my position, so I'm gonna take a step over and be like, "What the hell?" and see what the hell is chanting that stuff. And I'm like, "Ooh, hello," and I'll call out in infernal. "Sorry, just got me today," and I'm all cast a spell at him.
What's the casting time on this spell? Is it 2nd edition rules? You got to roll the d10 and add the value to your initiative. Witch Bolt, died 12 lightning. Additional lightning automatically. That is a heinous spell. Thankfully, it will miss me. My AC is a bit higher than 13. Triggering that again after the short rest. Very cool. Oh, I was hoping it would be Snake Eyes. Well, that will definitely hit. So, what are we looking at? 8 lightning damage, okay.
Yep, I will hit him with that, and I will concentrate on it for now. It's going to keep going. Unlimited power!
Very appropriate.
I do not have any kind of special affinity with lightning in either case, so I'll just take full damage.
And that'll end my turn.
Got it. Brings us over to our half-orc monk, Jeong-Hoon.
Going to attack that cultist.
Okay, got him in the corner. Both of those attacks, let me double check. Yeah, 12 is the AC exactly, so both of those will drop it. And we got another dead one. EOT from Jeong-Hoon there, end of turn. Brings us over to what would have been the cultist turn. They are no longer. So, takes us over to Kalidor. And we have Slobber Chops, the Tressum, maintaining a constant vigil, either flying in the air just behind the cleric, sometimes landing on his shoulder. When Kalidor is in the midst of combat, generally kind of gives you your space right there. The Tressum ain't trying to get hit by an errant attack. Go ahead, Ben. Spiritual weapon, okay. Just a moment to grab that.
So I'm gonna move up to him and call for my spiritual weapon.
Okay, got that on the map for you. You can control that as you need to.
That star is a statue?
Correct. That is the angelic statue with the glowing eyes. Okay, I do have the standard devilish resistance or fiendish resistance against non-magical weapons. So the 21 will hit. I will take half of it. The 11 will miss.
Oh, no, that was for the advantage. I forgot to toggle advantage.
Ah, I gotcha. Okay, well, so hit for half damage.
The spiritual, which I think will probably miss.
It's gonna miss by 1. Yeah, AC is 15.
Okay, that's my turn.
Okay, so we move over to Selaphiel.
Alright, I use a bonus action for this.
Okay, got it.
And then I move forward and I attack.
Regaining 1 spell spell slot. Very cool. Moving up. Alright, another hit from Selaphiel there, and non-magical, so half damage from the devil. Alright, and that will bring it over to the devil's attack. Odious, the barbed devil. And now that we got some melee here, we're going to do the double claw and tail strike. And the claw strike is on Kalidor with the natural 20 for 5 plus 5. The second claw is likewise on Kalidor, which is a glancing strike off his chain armor. And the tail kind of sweeps around, and Selaphiel manages to get a shield up to block that. And that will bring it over to Gruhlak's turn.
He needs to roll a dex save.
Do you want me to go ahead and move in, or do you want me to
Oh yeah, you go ahead and move in. This won't take me much of anything. I have advantage on all magical saves, so 18, half damage.
Okay, so Gruhlak, pounds his chest and essentially amping himself up to move into melee with it. He moves.
Lightning.
He attacks, I'm saying attacks. He knocks over another candlestick because screw these things. They're in his way. He will not be stopped by them. So he gets to that position. I know there's a statue where the star is, correct?
Correct, yeah. The statue, the angelic statue with the glowing eyes is the star.
Okay, and then I don't think I have, do I have an advantage? This thing?
You do.
Okay, and he's going to go and attack.
Yeah, that's a whole bunch of garbage. Great
That was
damage. Didn't do much for the for the attack.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, let's just channel that into something else. So Gruhlak's swing is wild and errant and connects with the angelic statue just at the shoulders. And as you drag the sword across, you crack a great portion of the statue off, and you can see whatever is causing the eyes to glow. You can see the glow coming through more profusely through this gouge that you've just made in the statue. You have the sense that the statue contains some kind of secret within.
He'll kind of eye it like, that's weird, but I mean, he notes it, but he's still focusing on the barbed devils are immediately concerned, so he'll
Yeah.
but then continue to key on the barbed devil for now.
As a free action, the barbed devil turns to Gruhlak. You dare desecrate the statue of Zariel. And Nadir, it is your turn.
Unlimited power! Yes, I'll use my action to continue concentrating and doing damage with the spell.
Okie doke. Sounds like a plan. And I will take it.
I'll move a little to the
I
side.
like it.
Yeah, I'll move a little to the side there since there's kind of people in between me and him. I'm like,
Oh.
That's it.
Okay, and that brings us back over to our monk. Go ahead, Jim.
Okay, I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna use this ability. So the devil has to make a strength save.
Gotcha. How many key points we talking here?
Just the base 2.
Okay. Let's see. Legendary key. Da 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 da. She's on 12. Okay. Yeah, I don't think this qualifies as a magical effect that I can see. I'm not sure about the key magic translation, but I'm going to assume no, just for expedition's sake. So normal save, 18.
So it takes half of that. It takes 12 damage. And then if there's resistance, that goes in too.
Oh, I can barely hear you there, brother.
So he takes half of that because he's saved, and then I don't know if there's resistance or not.
Gotcha. Yeah, because it is bludgeoning damage, and I think that's an actual monk ability where you gain the ability to bypass magical resistance, right? And that's one that you do or do not have yet.
I do not have that ability.
Okay, so yeah, half damage and then half damage again.
Yeah, I don't think he gets that to like what, 7th level?
Somewhere around there, about the time that everybody else in the group should be swinging magic damage. They try to keep the monk appropriately scaled with all of that. So that will EOT for Jeong-Hoon.
Yeah.
Okay, Kalidor, over to you. Force damage I do not resist, so I'll take all of that.
And none of my longsword.
Yeah, I think that might have hit a zombie that was surprised, but otherwise not going to hit much in 5e with that kind of result.
SEOT.
Alright, and over to our other Azamar in the group. Selaphiel, your turn.
Now, Nadir doesn't really need that area open. I mean, if I shift over so that I can get the flank advantage, it's not going to mess anything up for Nadir. Is that correct?
As far as, like, he won't be able to shoot through you mean?
Kind of. I mean, I know he's doing this for flavor, but, you know.
Yeah,
All he had to do is shift over again.
as long as he doesn't have total coverage.
Yeah, you're good.
And the smite will come if I actually make the hit. If I don't make the hit, then the smite, I'm not going to use that.
Okay. That's definitely a hit. So the smite is the 12 radiant?
That's correct.
Okay, so half bludgeoning, all radiant. 12 and 3, we got 15. Alright, you have bloodied the barbed devil.
And that will end my turn.
Very cool. Okay, let's see. Barb Devil's turn. Yeah, it doesn't really have anything in that respect. Yeah, we're just gonna do the triple melee swing here again. And man, I'm gonna do 2 on. Man, never mind. I'm just gonna do 1 on each of you. You've each pissed off the Barb Devil this turn. Okay, so Gruhlak, an 18 to hit for 7 piercing, and Selaphiel a 23 to hit for 7 piercing, and a near miss on Kalidor.
God damn it.
Why you gotta have such a high AC? If you want to get that retribution off, you gotta make yourself easy to hit. Go ahead with your turn there, Gruhlak.
How dare you? You'll pay with your life. And he'll attack him.
Walk away.
That, the sword comes down mightily on the thing's shoulder, but you can just feel from the instant resistance and the way your sword drags across this thing's skin that it doesn't take very much damage from it.
Oh, right, so he has something. He has a tough hide, if you will. At least
Oh,
that's
yeah.
how he's.
Yeah, it's resisting all non-magical damage.
And sensing that, he's like, I'll be the one to take you down. And he'll do a action surge and attack again.
All right.
As noted as being used, and attack.
Thank you.
There it goes. It was like a weird little bit of a delay. It's about the same, like, strength in the attack. So he was just more like, oh, better fall on again. Man's opportunities.
All right. I will take both of those, half damage on each.
Do you like that? Do you? And then that's gonna be end of turn.
Oh yeah, this devil has no fear. You cannot kill it on this plane of existence, so it is it's going down swinging and getting more ferocious the more damage it takes. And top of the next round we have Justin. Nadir, go ahead.
Take that 4 points of lightning damage, and that's my turn as I move around again.
Okay, I'll get that. And brings it over to Jeong-Hoon.
Okay, I am going to try that again.
All right. Good enough with a 14. So, quarter damage. 4 hit points. Okay. And I got that. 4 HP down. EOT there. And Kalidor, over to your turn. Jeong-Hoon's always good to keep things light, even in the midst of combat against devils and demons. Spiritual weapon with the flank, yes indeed. Okay, successful land with the spiritual weapon, got that. Oh wow, you actually landed with the longsword for 1 point of damage.
Woohoo! Take that.
Congratulations, 1 hit point. Okay.
Hard times. Hard times.
EOT there, Ben?
Yeah.
Okay, Selaphiel, your turn.
I mean, Jeong-Hoon's over there like shadow boxing while I'm next to him going, ah! Just looks like I'm so much more effective than him.
Yeah, right? You're just standing at a distance like I'm doing all the work. For all you know, your attacks are just chipping 1 hit point away at a time, and I'm dealing 30 per strike. You don't know. Woo. And
That will
Selaphiel
end my turn.
continues the streak there. Aw, thank you so much there, Annie Bag of Donuts. Much appreciated on the donation there. Love you. Bestest wife ever. I was kind of caught off guard by that. I'm about to take a devil's turn, and now my heart is just all full of this warmth right here. It's kind of a conflicting state of mind to be in here, but nonetheless, I will try to keep true and have this devil annihilate the 3 of you.
Oh, that's not possible.
No, its heart grew 3 sizes that day, exploded through his chest.
I love you guys so much.
I'm just going to swing it around clockwise at the top there, so Selaphiel is taking the 20 for 5 piercing. Kalidor, the 19 will hit for 6 piercing, and the tail swings around on Gruhlak, 25 for 14 piercing. Dex save, okay. I thought I clicked a dexterity save there. I do have advantage on the magical damage there, so 19 is the save, half damage. Okay. Yeesh. Yeah, this devil is running out of hit points here as Gruhlak's turn comes up in the initiative.
Same thing. He's going to try to fell him. He's more aiming maybe for the back of the legs instead of maybe trying to drop him down to a lower point.
Alright. Go ahead. Ouch. Okay, another nasty strike there with the greatsword. You've been landing so many hits against magic-resistant creatures that your greatsword is starting to lose some of its edge. I mean, there's no mechanical effect for that at all in the system, just kind of a flavor effect of you swinging a mundane weapon at a tank effectively.
Right, and well, it'd be cool if we had some sparks coming off this bad boy. The way he's laying in, the shots are probably glancing off toward the tree, toward that statue.
Oh yeah, there's probably a lot of that going on as well. Just kind of ting, 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 as sparks are kind of flying off this thing as you're connecting with it. Okay, so
Why I
back...
use a hammer.
Ha! Very nice. Like the blacksmith. Nadir, your turn.
I'll just see that he's almost done and just try to finish him off with my lightning.
Hadouken!
Hadouken.
I'd like some pancakes! And Odious, the barbed devil, is, for the time being, sent screaming from the material plane and down into the nine hells.
What a shocking end. Shocking. Stop. Some people are smart. It's shocking because of what you're saying.
Just stop.
And Kalidor, I believe, still possesses the group's best passive perception. Oh, it's now at a 14. Even better. So I will keep that noted here going forward. Feel free to proceed as you will. Explore more of this chamber if you like.
That was quite an opponent. Never faced an opponent like that. I mean, those chain devils from before, from the whole incident, of course, but we never really fought them. A barbed devil like that could have killed one of us quite easily.
Well, but the plan worked perfectly. You're strong. You guys
When
handled
we-
yourselves quite well.
When we send people out for stealth, yelling doesn't help.
So then how would we know if there was somebody around?
They would come back and report to us.
Oh, like a scout. Scouts need to go ahead and come back with information to tell us.
That's what we said before. Go to tell Jeong-Hoon to go.
Oh, man.
I may have misunderstood. And my apologies. I promised to a better to not yell. when
We
our
lost a tactical advantage through that.
But we did fell a powerful foe. Had we not rushed in here and surprised him like we did, he may still be amongst the living.
You
Felled
both,
him.
you both have valid points. A mistake was made. We will learn from that mistake. No one is been killed. We can learn from this mistake and move on. That is what we do, correct?
Yes, we learn from our mistakes in battle. And he'll walk over to Selaphiel and kind of pat him on the shoulder.
I see the wisdom in what you say, Nadir.
And he's looking at Selaphiel at this point. Your hair is untouched, and your honor is intact. And I'm glad to have you as a friend.
My hair is blowing in the breeze. That doesn't exist.
It looks fine. I'm just saying that I'm glad it was untouched, and that we live, and we have destroyed a foe from this plane of existence. Mostly because of my deft strikes and powerful blows, but you played your parts, and I thank you.
I'm going to approach the statue and look at the spot where he hit it with his sword, where there's light coming out of it, and be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I'll point to anybody.
Roll perception.
When he was able to deflect my blow, I hit the statue, and he said something about desecrating.
I started looking at it like, that's odd. What is it? Perhaps they have a daylight spell inside the statue to make light. I've heard of stranger things.
What light are you looking at? as I roll a poor perception.
Is the statue of a specific angel or generically looking like an angel?
It's difficult to tell, at least offhand. You can roll a religion check to see if anything comes to mind. Yeah, nothing necessarily with that. Nothing with that.
Is it religious?
The perception check, not so good. Kalidor's got a good perception there. Nadir's perception was okay. Yeah, even Kalidor's religion isn't bringing anything to mind. Just looking at the statue, especially in its current state. Maybe if half of its face and its right shoulder wasn't missing, something else might trigger from that.
Well,
I
didn't
did say Zariel at one point. I know that that's the Lord of the first layer of the hell.
Well, I'd say play that as it lies. I mean, you rolled a religion check, but you're also using information that you have, so feel free to join those two together however you see fit. Going back to the original thing here before we go too far down a tangent. Perception checks. There appears to be some kind of wrapped wooden hilt inside of the hollowed statue that you're able to see.
It's inside of the statue, or like implanted on the front of it or something.
So I'll say, oh yeah, it looks like they have some sort of like ever-burning torch inside the statue to create this light. That's odd.
I'm gonna smash the chest with my hammer.
I'm like, that's an odd decision. Ah!
Yeah, I'll start.
Like beating down onto the statue. He's like, I'm like, ah!
I'll start hitting him
I
with
will
the
make
spiritual
sure-
weapon.
I will make sure that nobody's in the way, but I will ask that everyone stand back while I strike this statue to destroy it.
Okay.
I'll pick up the candle rack that I knocked over.
Actually, I'll stop Selaphiel and be like, I can use my spiritual weapon to do it. It's still out.
Be my
And
guest.
nobody has to be standing next to the statue. So yeah, I'll have the spiritual weapon start breaking the statue down.
Okay. It doesn't take long for enough of the statue to become broken that it just kind of topples down the dais of its own accord. And from the hollow center of the chest and head, you can see that Nadir was kind of on point there. It is not an ever-burning torch, though. It is a glowing mace.
Weapon.
I'm going to approach it, and I'm going to pick it up.
Okay. It definitely has some magical qualities to it. It does not appear to have any good or evil affiliation. You don't feel that this is your chosen weapon, nor do you feel like, ew, this is evil. I gotta get rid of it.
Oh, you found a powerful weapon that will aid you in our mission.
Watched it on.
We shall see as we go along.
It's a very strange place to put a mace. What? I don't understand.
Is it an evil weapon?
I would think if it
So
was-
basically, mace glowing would probably be the only thing that we know about it right now.
Correct.
I would think that if it was an evil weapon, like one of the gods used, that they would be using it.
Maybe it's for one of their lieutenants. It was hidden here. Well,
Okay, I have a regular mace. I'm going to just drop that.
The
And,
statue, does the statue have a mace, or does the statue have a sword?
Let's double check. The statue was carrying a longsword. The longsword is part of the statue. It is not a longsword that can be wielded of its own accord. The mace, however, is of course a different matter.
Yeah, my motion to the carved sword of the statue. I'm like, it's not even the same weapon the statue's portrayed as having. I don't get it.
Well, obviously, this weapon was hidden inside the statue. It could be to keep it out of the hands of someone who can.
We lost you on the last part there.
Out of the hands
Maybe-
of someone who can.
Keep it from harming other fiends.
That actually does make some sense, yes. Weapon of good, hidden away by evil. And yes, I suppose it is best in your care then, Selaphiel. Did any of these cultists have anything different on them that differentiate them from the others?
No, the same black robes with the hoods and the devil masks that are part wood, part plaster, each of which is decorated to the user's preferences, it would seem.
We should pull down the tapestries.
Gruhlak will go up to Hezra and ask the flying cat, if the cat knows maybe something about the mace or this, what's kind of going on with that devil statue or some kind of weird thing.
Why are you trying to make the NPC do stuff? Now I gotta check her spell list.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It was more to act. She's asked to act as the intermediary between, because she can actually talk to the animal. Because me, Gruhlak, was just walking, go meow meow, meow meow meow, and then the cat's can slash.
Yeah, let's start pulling down those tapestries.
Alright, tapestries are down. Nothing untoward or hidden behind them. Hezra does have access to cast that spell twice more. It has a 10-minute duration, so she will have to expend one of her 2 uses for this instance. That's up to you guys.
What does everybody
Yeah.
think?
Yeah, let's do it.
It is for intel, so that's actually good use.
Okay, well,
Look, she almost shook her head.
I thought it was coming. Yeah. Let's go ahead
What
and ask
now?
her.
What?
Let's
What do
ask
you want from me? What you trying to ask me?
do you know what do you know what that weapon is? And I point. Now, is this officer through Hezra translate? That now Selaphiel is holding or has on his person.
I have no idea. I don't even know what this room is. I was trying to tell you earlier how to get rid of the rush from the Brimstone, but you didn't seem to be paying too much attention.
Well, were you talking to me?
I was just talking. I don't know how you couldn't hear me. You hear me sometimes, but it seems like other times you don't even have your ears open when I talk.
We can only.
See? Now my ears is closed. I don't hear nothing that you're saying.
I said that
That's right.
in order for us to.
Damn it.
She has to cast a spell.
Right, exactly. I could tell you what you sound like when you try to speak to me, but it's not like you're talking now. You say meow meow hiss, meow, and that's what I hear when you speak without her helping.
Well, is there anything else you need from me then? Because if she's got a limited span of time to sit to talk to me, then it seems like you might want me to get used to that right now.
Have you ever been down in this area before?
Sometimes, not very often. I never been down in this room. This room always closed.
Are there have you seen these creatures before here?
The guys in
Devil.
the robes?
Well, no, the devils.
Just be aware that when you kill a devil, it just vanishes in smoke. There's no body left behind for anybody to be like, oh yeah, check that out.
Was it not in the room with us when that was happening?
It was outside of the room, and then it kind of came in.
Okay.
It might have seen it probably saw what you were talking about.
Okay. Did you see the devil that was in the big creature?
Oh, you mean did I see it this time? I thought you meant did I see it before. I never saw that thing before because I never been in this room.
You've just seen these cultists.
Yeah, these bad men and my mommy, she down here somewhere, and her friend, she's around here somewhere too.
Can you smell them at all, or hear them?
No, I don't be doing that. My sense of smell is not that great. But if they're invisible, then I know they're there.
Well, for all this help that he is providing, we should go to the meat room and allow him to get a treat before we move on.
Solid meat. Yes.
Yeah, and I'll kind of direct him where it is in case he didn't know. Wasn't able to
Nah, I'll
take
take him. I'll take him to the meat room.
You say steak.
Alright then. Couple minutes early here. Seems like a good time to take our second and final break of the evening before we proceed back with the rest of our adventures for tonight. Catch you back here about 8:40. About 15 minutes. All right, we are back in the Temple of Zariel, as the barbed devil called it. We have discovered a statue of the angel turned devil Zariel. The more mentions of which will probably jog more memories in your characters, so I don't know that we necessarily need to roll constant religion checks to discern each bullet point of information as it pertains to Zariel. It can kind of be a thing that you feel free to roll with as the story progresses. You already know somewhat in and out of game who Zariel is and what her significance is to the story at large. Proceeding here in the chamber that we're currently at, though, with Kalidor's passive perception and his work on the statue, I can say this right here. Well, probably easier if I just show you. Oh, that's wrong. Success! The red S. We all know what that means. Kalidor has discerned the presence of a secret door on the floor on the ground next to the dais there, where the statue used to be.
I will walk over to it and check it out.
Like any of the secret doors that you have found so far in this villa and dungeon, this is a simple slide mechanism. Doesn't appear to have any traps or any defenses set upon it.
I will open it up.
Hey, buddy.
And just a brief pause there before you do, because Jeong-Hoon, as you move into that position, you're pretty sure you just found another one right there. Alright, so Jeong-Hoon makes the rest of your group aware to the presence of the second hidden door.
Okay, well, we should only open one of them at a time. So, select one of the two and let's open it.
Let's open Jeong first. Jeong opens. I'll knock over this candlestick and stand by kind of between.
All right, so we're talking about the western one then.
Yes.
Okay, and is Jeong-Hoon opening it, or is somebody else doing that?
I'll open it.
Okay. And before we spill in there, just a brief description here. You have found a narrow tunnel, and at its north end is a wooden ladder. The ladder climbs 15 feet to a trapdoor. Head in 10 feet, you'll see the entire tunnel here.
Do we want to check out what that opens into?
Let's check the other door first.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I agree.
Go ahead, Kalidor.
I open it up.
Okay. Here you find a room lit by a pair of tall wrought iron candlesticks, Gruhlak's favorite, in the northeast and southeast corners. And a familiar theme, 9 candles burning atop each one, casting flickering light across a claw-footed altar carved from a single block of obsidian. There is a small angel-shaped flame erupting from the top of the altar. And kneeling before the altar is a gray-haired woman, who you instantly recognize as, "Holy crap, that's the Duke! We just found her!"
I'll kind of indicate to the group silently, like that we see somebody ahead of us, because a lot of them are back there. So I kind of just look at them, kind of do something like non-verbally, where I kind of show that we see somebody in the room.
She remains in prayer for a good 5 seconds or so after the door is open, before she finally stands up and turns just to look at who's on the other side of the door, and she makes eye contact with all of you. And you can just tell from the look in her eyes that she knows who she's looking at.
I'll step
Your
into
Grace?
the room slightly into the corner just to kind of see what else is going on in there.
So, you've come at last. To the death it will be then.
We have your son.
You say this as if I care. And she is drawing a weapon, and she's about to get into it. I'm going to move your... How long does that spiritual weapon last there, Ben?
A minute, so I'm not even sure if it's still there.
Yeah, that would be gone by this point. Probably to be replaced shortly. But I'm going to get it out of the way nonetheless, just so I have a clearer initiative drag here.
I just want you to know, Gruhlak has no issues about beating an old lady down. Just FYI. Yeah, I don't know if you've ever seen somebody get powerbombed through an obsidian altar, but you may see it for the first time. Just FYI.
Oh boy. was gonna say there's no way an 8 is the top initiative.
Before
in this.
before it actually starts, while we're having this discussion, can I pop my divine hold on a sec, what is it really called? Radiant Soul. It takes an action. But when I know that when I know this is going to turn into a confrontation, can I activate my Radiant Soul before initiative starts?
I think not, because where do you draw the line at that? All of a sudden, we just give everybody a free action before any initiative starts, and then where does it become 2 actions and what have you? That's just the kind of stuff that it's done in the proper order. If you called it before I said she stands and approaches your group, then you got it off. Otherwise, we've already proceeded past that point.
Alrighty.
Let's get that. Okay, so it looks like both of our Azamars are going to go first here, the Cleric and then the Paladin. So, Kalidor, it looks like when she reaches into her robes for her weapon are glowing fists. So she's definitely some kind of arcane or divine magic practitioner, and she's about to unleash some kind of magic on you.
Well, that freaking sucks. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to pop my Radiant Soul and bonus action to throw a heal on me.
Okay. Heal it up. And while you're rolling those numbers and doing that, if that's EOT, we can roll on to Selaphiel here.
Yep, that's EOT for me.
Alright.
Looks like both of us are popping our Radiant Souls, and I don't have a bonus action, but I take out the glowing mace and prepare to strike.
Okay. She raises an eyebrow to the presence of the glowing mace.
As the 2 angels are like, oh! I'm like, oh, yeah.
We all have dark vision. Why did we bring a light all of a sudden? We intentionally didn't have one this whole time. Well, okay, so both of the Azamars have gone, and Duke Thalamra Vanthampur. She will take her first turn. I'm going to spare everyone my best crone impression and do a simple narrative for her in that she proclaims in the midst of attacking twice here that you will get nothing from her, and she is prepared to give her life for Zariel. And I'm going to blast each of the Azamar once here.
I'm pretty sure the 2 big angel guys just drag her. Look at us, we're targets.
Oh yeah, as they just made this transformation happen, there's that is perhaps the reason why they are both targeted by the Eldritch Blast. And she maintains her ground. She looks like she's ready to stare down all of you as if you could completely surround her, and she would still not flinch against even your most lethal attacks.
Do I take the 6 or the 7?
You get the top one. The 22 is on Selaphiel, and the 21 is on Kalidor. And then Jeong-Hoon, it is your turn.
Okay. So first I'm gonna shout something like, "Hey,
the cat seemed to think she was a good guy, so maybe let's just knock her out and not kill her. She's mind controlled or something, maybe. Then I'm gonna run in and bonk her on the head.
Okay. Alrighty, go ahead.
Is there like room for me to physically maneuver behind her here, or is the altar and the candlesticks blocking that?
The candlesticks are easily knocked over. The altar itself you would not be able to stand atop of, though, unless you wanted to risk catching fire from whatever that flaming angel thing is on the top of it.
Maybe it's a good kind of fire, but I won't do that.
Healing fire.
Exactly.
Oh, it burns so good. Yes, more. Ow. Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's all real damage until the final bit, but I will take all of that. I have no resistances. My armor class is a 10. 18 is a 60. So yeah, she is instantly showing the effects of both of these strikes. Just her skin bruises up instantly like that. And we take it to the next tick in the initiative order here, which is our tiefling Nadir.
So I'll say, what are you playing at, woman? Why would you die for a devil when they would never die for you? All they want is your soul. Surely we can negotiate something.
If she was prone to breaking the fourth wall, she would make some kind of comment about how this isn't going to be the Storm King Thunder campaign and you're not going to negotiate through every combat, but as she is not prone to that, she responds with silence.
Well, maybe we'll just turn it into a crab then. Like the Stone Giant King. Well, I guess I'm gonna hold ready in action then. If, somebody's getting really injured, I'll probably heal them.
Hey, Dan, the Be Right Back screen is up.
Okay. It should be off now. I popped that one
gotcha.
up when I'm changing the music. I want to have a new screen constructed for those brief pauses, but I haven't been able to build it yet. Okay, so Nadir holding action. Let's get it over to Gruhlak. Your turn.
Well, Gruhlak's going to move in. That's right there. He's going to try to take her down a peg. I mean, if I can, not necessarily kill her, he would fast. Her actions kind of dictate what he does. Do I have an advantage for flank? If not, I'll move back to the back.
You do. You do have flank advantage from there.
Okay. So, just go ahead and attack. That'll do. Will do, don't. Essentially, I mean, in my head, he's kind of, I mean, it is a good strike, but he's trying to, bring her down a little bit. If it looks like death is imminent, then he's definitely going to be pulling them a lot more to the point of her. But I don't think she's near that.
Yeah, they don't have an entirely non-lethal thing here in 5e. So for flavor, it's effectively just all straight up damage until the knockout blow, and then you can determine whether that's going to be knockout or kill.
Okay, and with my bonus action, I'm going to do a second one.
Got a little something back.
And that'll be end turn.
Okay, and that brings it back to the top with our transformed Aasimar number 1. Go ahead, Kalidor. Okay. So definitely a hit. 18 for 21. Ouch. I will take that, and in the spirit of giving him a taste of his own medicine, we will do that right there on Kalidor. Dexterity save.
That's what I've been doing to people. I belong here.
Exactly. Is that your final answer, Ben?
Hell no.
Okay, got it. Reroll. Inspiration.
Jesus Christ. I guess that's my final answer.
For effect.
That'll put me down. 16 points of damage? Yeah, that'll put me down.
Oh no, it's not 16, it's actually 22. But
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. That'll drop me.
Hey, that'll trigger my ready to action to heal him.
That is true.
Oh wait a minute, I can't see him.
Ha 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 ha.
I can see Selaphiel, I can't quite see Kalidor. Anyway, well, I'll just get my turn.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
correct.
Dan, just so you know, my screen went cattywampus and closed inadvertently. I didn't touch it, so it's back up, but yeah. Just FYI.
Oh, your video?
Yeah, it just shut down.
Okay,
Oh,
brief BRB here while I fix that.
Sorry, I just want to give you a heads up.
Oh, no worries. Appreciate that. That, there. So many pieces to juggle. No, that's not right either. There we go. Okay. So many moving pieces. Okay. Where's our initiative? Okay, so yeah. Dawn, what you got?
All right, I'm going to step over here to make sure that I'm between her and Kalidor. And I'm going to use advantage, and I'm going to use this mace to pummel her.
Okay.
And the 4 radiant is coming from my divine form.
Very cool. I have no resistance against any of that. She just continues cursing, using her proficiency in Infernal to make the curses that much more insidious and vile, especially against the Aasimar, who she is immediately identified as her foes and evidenced by the fact that she's only attacked them. And further reinforced by the fact that I will use, let's see. Yep, NPCs have different rules. Bam! We'll throw the second one on Selaphiel.
Okay, so just to clarify that she has more than one reaction per turn.
Read the effect, please. Also, my forewarning of NPCs have different rules.
It doesn't even use reaction.
Yep, just whenever she's damaged, 2 times per day.
I guess I'm going to use my inspiration.
Alrighty.
And here we go.
Okay, very cool. Yikes.
Same curse as Kalidor.
The plus side is Selaphiel has not missed once this entire game session so far, and it's only the first time he's been dropped, which is light years better than how the previous sessions have gone.
I guess that ends my turn.
Aha! I can see him. I can use my main action.
Aha! Da 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 da! Very nice. 30-foot range. Hey, alright. Selaphiel kind of catches himself in mid-unconsciousness, falling to the ground. And that will bring
So do I actually hit the ground, or am I...
You
like...
do, just the flavor effect, like you're briefly unconscious and then you come to and thud.
Oh, okay.
And then that'll bring up the Duke's turn, and we probably all know who I'm about to attack twice.
Quick question, though. Did the mace do any additional damage, or was it easier to hit her? Was there any type of that kind of magic on the mace?
Yes to both. It is a +1 mace.
Okay.
Thanks for the clarification there. Okay, so she will blast Selaphiel twice with her Eldritch Blast just standing above him, so she has advantage because he's prone, disadvantage because it's in melee, so it's just a wash. Neither of them get through his armor. And that brings it up to Jeong-Hoon.
Going to bonk her on the head again.
Okay, 2 more successful hits, and pop pop, she has a handful of hit points remaining. Jeong-Hoon ends his turn there, bringing it back to Nadir.
Going on Kalidor.
Alright, little HP regain for Azamar there.
Thank you.
Move
And
action.
I will- Yeah, did move there, did the action to heal him up, and I will look at her and say, we will get the information we need from you. The light of the heavens will shine upon your lives.
I will be in hell before you take your next breath, and I will be all the happier for it. And Gruhlak brings it over to your turn.
Oh yeah, he's as soon as she finishes her last word, he's striking her too, isn't she?
I think it's still a little dirty.
Knock her.
I agree, that is kind of dirty.
TJ just got home. Okay.
So what manner of attack is this? It is a great sword attack, and done
But
in
pretty
the
much-
spirit of what?
Like essentially using the. I mean, it is using the weapon, but it's using either the flat portion of the blade or the pommel to strike it down.
Okie doke.
I mean, at least that's official. So I will attack. Okay. This is for the specific purpose of knocking her unconscious.
Yep. And I want to reiterate that a dozen stated attempts of trying to knock her out has nevertheless resulted in a dead Duke Thalamra Vanthampur, and that is the context we will be proceeding from.
Okay. Well, so Gruhlak will do that. If she goes down and she is dead, he's good. Oh, I didn't try to kill her. I tried to knock her unconscious.
Oh yeah, everybody can clearly see, like, you banged her upside the torso, the head, whatever, with the flat part of the blade. Whatever reason, whether she was just too frail, too old, destined to die, you're not exactly sure what, but she is nevertheless dead.
She was an agent of the Hells, and the Hells have claimed her.
I claim her, but yeah, she's definitely in those places. Spoke of.
I would assume she had some sort of contract or pact that enabled this to happen instead of us being able to capture her.
Also, she intended to die.
We should not let her son see her like this. At this point, he is no longer of use to us, so I believe we should just let him go.
We should not let him go until we're done here.
Agreed. So at the end, we shall let him go.
Is Duke a hereditary title? Like, is he the Duke now, or is that more of an appointive thing?
It's an appointed title.
Okay.
We should check
Sure.
her, see if there's anything we can glean from what's on her.
I'll check. Since I'm right there, I'll just lean down and start checking to see if she has anything in the documents or whatever. Would that be a perception or just something's passively going?
Well, any jewelry like rings would also be possibly signet and seals that we may need to compare with other items later.
She does wear fine clothing, or she did, fit for a noble of her stature. She had no weapons. It appears that she was entirely reliant upon her magical abilities. She has no rings, no jewelry, no artifacts or anything of interest upon her person. It appears that anything material of that nature that she had to put on display, she did in the villa above. It wasn't necessarily something that she felt necessary to keep on her person as a manner of presenting her prestige. On her person, she carries only 2 keys in a pocket of her dress.
What was that description? The last bit of the description you cut.
She carries 2 keys in a pocket of her dress.
Okay, so Gruhlak will hold up the keys to whoever's keys.
We should ask her son if he knows what those keys go to.
Or won't he know where that they're from her? Ask questions about.
It's a risk that we will have to take.
Greg.
He will find out that his mother is dead eventually. Seeing her like this may be more traumatic than anything.
Do you want me to throw her on the fire?
I think the smell and the wood also alert him that something has happened in here.
Oh man.
I won't do that.
Kalidor, from your nearby vicinity.
Appears we have another hidden passage.
You know, maybe we should let him see his mom so that he has an opportunity to grieve. It would be unfair to him to keep this information from him. So I'll call out to have him brought in.
Okay. And Rhea leads him into the room, and upon seeing his mother's body on the floor, he seems to be drained of what little resistance he had left. He doesn't appear sorrowful so much as angry. And while his resistance level has completely depleted, you also sense that you have made a stone golem out of him, essentially, in that what limited dialogue and intimidation, persuasion, any of that nature that you had with him, that's just gone. Like, you've killed his mother, and there is no getting past that for him. If you're talking to us, Don, we are not hearing you.
I am. Yeah. I'm going to search the altar, not sticking my hand into any flame or anything like that, but see if there's anything around it that might be causing this flame.
You don't see any kind of mechanical or magical works there. You do see tiny infernal runes carved in a ring around the source of the flame. And just given your understanding of devils, fiends, religion, magic, and what have you, if you were to deface any of these runes, you would likely desecrate the altar.
In my knowledge and of Infernal and all that other stuff, if I desecrate this altar, would I be summoning a devil or something? Would that...
It's a possibility. It's not necessarily a given, though. It would depend on how potent and connected this altar is with its host.
I'm not going to... Normally I would desecrate something like this, but I don't want to release anything that's this terrible, especially with our current condition. So, and since we do have
Do
a
it.
secret door down there, let's explore the secret door.
Explore the door.
I'll turn to, what's her name, Rhea?
Correct.
And I'll say to her, we tried to take her alive, but as soon as she was knocked out, the life left her body. I believe it must have been some sort of contract or pact with the devils that caused such a thing to happen.
This entire chain of events grows more alarming with each bit that is unraveled. She responds.
We believe that the guest she was entertaining is the one you were looking for, so he is still somewhere down here.
I look forward to meeting with him. He is the only one that can explain what happened to Eldril.
Let us see who's past that door, Kalidor.
Alright, I open the door.
Alright. Door. Whoops, that's not the door. Or is it?
Before he opens the door, I'm going to use my 5 points of lay on hands that I have on myself.
Okay, got it. And looks like we found another connection to the sewer tunnels. And all seems quiet and clear at this particular junction. The passageway spilling out to the south, right outside of this door, and the merging right here. The southern passage right there, that appears to be where all the waste and the water is eventually being channeled out of the sewers here. And no cultists in either direction that you can tell. See how some of the connections are starting to piece together from the different areas that you've been thus far. So, where are we going? East, west, south?
He'll
Back
step
north?
out. He'll step out in the hallway, kind of look around, wait for somebody to come out. At least Gruhlak is more facing to the west. He's kind of looking like maybe he wants to go that way, but.
This is just more sewer. I suggest we check either the ladder or the door that we left behind us.
The latter would be our best bet because it's the closest to these altars. It may provide us the most information about where that leads.
Alright, who will be exploring the ladder? Are we all just going to go up? We going to send one scout?
I'd see who's ask for a volunteer to go up there. Who's a little nimble.
Yeah, I saw Nadir on point, so I was getting excited there for a second. But if we want to send Selaphiel,
I'll go up.
Yeah,
I will check it.
I'm always happy to beat up on the Azamar. Selaphiel's just got infinite hit points, it seems. I keep dropping him, he keeps coming back. Azamar climbs the ladder right there. The trapdoor, you kind of pop it open just a little bit, and the smell hits you before you're able to actually see where you are. You have entered a stable. You can see that the light is definitely more present here. You are outside. You get the smells of the grass and massively overpowered by the pile of horse manure that is conveniently piled just a foot away from the egress of the hatch door here. So as you stick your face out and you kind of look like instantly to your right, you're just like, shit, literally.
It's a big pile of crap.
You also see boots and just the bottom of a pair of ragged pants and the occasional gesturing of a pitchfork as hay is being moved about the stable. So there's definitely somebody up here. You can hear at least a few horses, you believe. You don't see them quite from your angle, but this definitely leads back up into the courtyard, and based off of your knowledge of the villa and where you're at underground, you would guess that had your characters entered from the back side of the villa rather than the front side, you may have came across this entrance and descended into the dungeon from this point rather than coming up out of it.
Okay, I'll close the trap door and come on back down and let everybody know that we're where we are. We're underneath the stables, on the back end of the villa.
So we have to check the rest of the sewer.
Yeah, there's another door that we should check first of all.
So we want to head back north out of the passageway and check the other doors.
That's what I'm thinking.
And we're still keeping hold of this one then, yes? Ray, she asked?
Yes, we're not going to release him until we fully leave here. We figure that if we release him too soon, it'll just be a detriment to what we're trying to do.
Gotcha. So be it. You heard him. With me. And she continues dragging Amric Vanthampur by the manacles, and the Tressum kind of takes up a post behind him as they follow you further out of this sewer tunnel.
How did the Tressum react about the lady getting killed?
She does not seem to care.
Maybe that wasn't the Tressum's master then?
Well, I mean, it is a cat.
That's true.
Look for a cat.
I open this door.
Not get back.
Okay. So we got two doors here, north and south. Looks like we're going north. Everybody caught up yet? Or is Selaphiel gonna pop it open here while we're still... There we go. Alright. Looks like everybody's in position. Let's get the map looking good. Yep. Looks fine. Okay, we have found a living quarter with wrought iron candlesticks topped with flickering candles. I'm guessing by now you can guess how many candles are atop each set of candlesticks. There is a heat coming from the room that is cast from this cast iron stone with clawed feet on the east side of the chamber. And we have other furnishings, including a small table and a chair for dining, a bed, an iron chest resting at the foot of the bed, and two tapestries, one showing spirits rising as lemure devils from the river Styx, and another depicting a dead man dangling like a marionette from hooked chains.
Okay, I'm gonna look around and see if there's any documents, any books, paperwork, anything like that. That might tell us what their overall plan is.
Well, you do see the iron chest, which is closed, but you don't see anything laying about the room that is incriminating in and of itself.
I open the chest.
Gruhlak moves out of the room and stands by at the other door.
Okay, and within the chest we have a holy symbol of Torm. It is known that Thavius Krieg worships Torm, who's one of the good aligned deities. Aside from the holy symbol being on the end of a silver chain, the holy symbol itself is a right-handed gauntlet. That is the visage on the symbol itself. But that's all that's inside of the chest, and all that is clearly evident from a cursory glance of the room.
I'm gonna take a little bit more than a cursory glance, so I'm gonna start checking behind the tapestries, checking any tables. I'm gonna pick up the holy symbol.
Okay. Yep. Holy symbol, much like any of the others that you've appropriated throughout this dungeon, has no good or ill effects in your hands. And feel free to roll a perception check if you want to do something a bit more thorough while you're here.
I will step out of the room and address Rhea. I'll say, we found a holy symbol of Torm in the chest in this room. That is the only thing.
May I see that?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll go grab it from Selaphiel and bring it over here.
Yeah, she holds it up, and it's very identical, or nearly identical, to the one that she herself wears. Yeah, you spend a good few minutes in this chamber. There is nothing else in here, aside from a few changes of clothes, nothing in any of the pockets.
Does it look like it's been recently lived in?
It does. The bed is unmade.
It's possible Thavius or one of his people was sleeping in here. It shows evidence of having been used recently. If there's nothing else in here, we should move on to the next.
Alright.
I was just doing a perception check at the door just to see if I hear anything inside. Same.
Okay, 1 second there. Perception check, okay. You do hear some conversation, and you think you hear the sound of snoring as well, coming from the other side of that room, the door.
Okay, so Gruhlak will look at everybody else and kind of mimic, like, hey, somebody's talking. And he'll also try to mimic, like, hey, there's somebody maybe sleeping in there. As best he can. He does something like that, like, hear something. And then he goes, that. And then,
So surprised you yell out, "Hey, there's somebody sleeping in there!"
All right, let's open the door quietly.
so I'm just listening.
Okay, who is opening the door, and how quiet are they being? Let's get a stealth check.
Hey, not bad for having a
Indeed. Yeah, not bad at all, brother.
no modifier on my dexterity check.
Right. Okay. let's get some checks here. Okay. Well, as we all know, it only takes one. Alright, we have discovered the cultists' quarters. And we have the familiar wrought iron candlesticks with the 9 flickering candles, 10 wooden bunk beds, next to which are unlocked foot lockers, some of which are just hanging wide open. Looks to be all mundane stuff. Some of them have dirty socks draped over the side, soiled unspeakables, and what have you. We do have a good number of cultists gathered in here, minus any that you have encountered through wandering monster encounters previously in the dungeon. So count your lucky stars that you ran into 4 of them in groups of 2, because otherwise there would be 4 more in here to confront you all at once. This guy here in the far corner is the source of the loud snoring that Gruhlak was able to hear with his natural 20 perception. Pretty impressive considering it's like 30-something feet away through the door. And the other cultists are sitting on the edge of beds, sitting on the tables next to the beds, just generally having conversation. Most of them don't notice the door open until it's almost all the way open. And it is, of course, this guy right here next to the door who notices, oh crap, the door's open, and he sounds the alert for the rest of the cultists, and here we go. Oh, Radio Free Covenant. Thank you, brother. All of you in one group. Perfect. Ooh, am I going first? Nope. I'm going third again. Okay, okay. Looks like I drew the 3rd order in the initiative here. Nadir's gonna go first again, followed by Jeong-Hoon going second again.
So my average for the day for initiative is 3. It's been really awesome.
Yeah, right, right. Yeah, you and Don switched dice this evening, except for the attack rolls. You're still coming in pretty good on that. All right, Nadir, charge!
So they're all aware of us at this point, right?
Them are ready and able to take their turns.
Alright, I'm gonna blast this dude here.
Okay, shooting the guy across the chamber there. And we can see there is another door there on the south side of the cultist quarters that connect to another area. Woo! Nicely done. Yeah, this guy just stands up off of the foot of his bed like, what the hell? Intro! And he's dead.
Yeah, so I just blast him and I'll stay where I am. That's it.
Okay. Alrighty then, let's bring it over to Jeong-Hoon.
Going to actually, I'll just go there and attack this guy.
Okay, attacking the dude. Still kind of halfway sitting, halfway standing. They will both connect, and he will likewise be another dead cultist. Another quick exchange there for Jeong-Hoon, who puts himself as the obvious target for the scimitar-wielding cultists. And we're just going to charge you here. Okay. Okay, so first attack is an 8, which will miss. And then a 6, which will miss. Looks like 0 for 3 there for the cultists. And the guy in the corner will wake up, grab his scimitar, and get off of the bed. And that will be the extent of his action. Over to Selaphiel. Sliding over for the flank, okay.
And that will end my turn.
Alright, you're gonna deliver a nice strike to that cultist for half of their total, or almost all of their hit points right there. They only got one left. So, Kalidor.
Sitting at the edge of her seat now. I don't know if you guys noticed. I know it's a really tense fight.
Yeah, for sure. I'm still waiting for her to make her play. This is like the 3.5 hour buildup of ki that's got to result in like 400 die, 3 million in damage or some shit.
I'm pretty sure a minute has passed, so there's no extra radiant damage. That 4 points isn't there.
Okay. 3 con saves. Alright, so success and failure and death. There we go. Killed one of them, damaged one of them, and the other guy right here takes nothing.
EOT.
Excellent. And let's see what Gruhlak has here to end off the round.
Alright, so he enters the room. Am I able to get around, like, over the beds real quick to get into a better position, like, say, over here?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's what I figured, but we'll see. Alright, so can I get in this position and deliver a strike to this foe here?
Okay. Very cool.
And I'm going to reroll one of those damage die because I'll reroll both. What's that? 2, 6. So 9 plus 4, 13.
Alright. Another one bites the dust.
Cool. And I'll begin a turn.
Okay. And we move back to the top here with Nadir.
will attack the guy who just got up and is now coming over with his sword like, I'm gonna get some.
I'm gonna get dead is what I'm gonna get. Well, close enough. Yeah, I thought he was gonna get killed, but as it is, he's just mostly dead. Okay, and our monk who finds that bodies are just dropping around him before he even gets the chance to respond. What do you got?
Try to add to that.
Nice detail there, James. Okay, well, the quarterstaff will certainly slay the one that is next to you there, and the 7 will not hit the other guy if you choose to maneuver over there.
Yeah, I guess I would.
You could try to burn the inspiration, see if you can finish him off.
Nah.
Hey, get out of my bed!
Well, it is near the end of the game, and you get a new one next week.
That's a good point. Yeah, okay, I'll do that.
Well, that is my AC exactly, and 3 more than you needed to deal. So I will take that, and that will be the end of the cultists inside of the cultist chamber.
That was a straight up massacre. We just walked in there.
Yeah, here I was all lucky. You guys are lucky that there weren't 4 more cultists in here, otherwise you guys would really be screwed. Oh man, I should add freaking like 9 more of these guys.
It's like, oh man, Carl, I'm gonna retire today.
Whoa, Kyla, chill out. Kyla,
it's
stop
okay.
it. It's alright.
I know you have that suspenseful look on your face. We got through it. Okay.
With this, I can almost smell level 5.
Man, can you really? Do you really think you got more than 1 XP per cultist after this annihilation?
Well, I mean, we got rid of a bunch of cultists, a devil, the Duke. How much experience can we get if we murder her? I mean, never mind.
Yeah, you don't get enough XP to hit level 5 until you viciously and needlessly slay the prisoner that you've been toting along for 3 sessions now.
Exactly. You know, I think that's what's been holding us back.
You know, one of the cultists in here is like, man, I'm about to retire. It's gonna be awesome.
2 days to retirement.
2 days. Oh,
Man, I'm too old for this stuff.
All of a sudden, a little saxophone
I open this door.
bit hits.
After everybody gets into position, I will open this door.
I was gonna search around the room, but if he opens the door,
We might as well just open the door, get rid of whatever's in there, and then take the time to search. Because somebody on the other side of the door may have heard this fighting.
the screaming, you mean?
The screaming, yeah.
I sat next to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to, if you're on the other side of the door, to not hear 6 times. They just keep getting annihilated.
Hard times! Hard times.
Okay, just a brief pause here while I get this set up to my liking. Yep, I dig it. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Token layer. Retreat, retreat, retreat. Okay. Alright. Doors opening. Readied actions are triggered. And we are
I think
familiar.
Jeong-Hoon would actually be closer to where we are because, again, I said I waited until people were in position. So if anybody wants to move, they should have done so by now.
That's fine by me.
You got this.
I point out that I see somebody as the door opens off to my directly in front of me.
Okay. So readied attacks. Selaphiel's passive perception. Yeah, I'm gonna say that as you open the door and you see this spiritual weapon here hovering before you, you fail to note the one that is more obscured in the corner here. So that one will attack with a 21 for 3 piercing as Selaphiel enters, and the one that obviously comes at your front, you're able to get your shield up in time to deflect. And you can see another cultist here inside the room, and just the way the shadows are playing off of the walls from your glowing mace, you're pretty sure there's another one of them in here as well. And let me get initiative set up here for us. It's you. Yep. Yep. Check. And voila. Oh boy, I'm going first. Alright, that looks good. And I'm gonna have a plethora of attacks here that, just for fairness, we're gonna divide somewhat between Selaphiel and Kalidor, maybe even some towards Nadir and Gruhlak. So, spiritual weapon, moving out, and I will sick both of those on Gruhlak. Yeah, neither of those are going to do any good, so they're just kind of hovering there, not doing much of anything. And meanwhile, the cultists will step into position there, and each of them are going to fling daggers at Selaphiel. Okay, all 4 of those are normal. Looks like the middle 2 will land for a combined 9 piercing. And each of the cultists will quick draw 2 more daggers. You're not sure how many more of those they have, but they've at least got enough to do it again. And Jeong-Hoon, over to you.
Okay, I'm going to run in. Oh, hey. Okay. I don't like that positioning, but I don't really want to run into flank, so just going to hit this one, I guess.
Okay. Hitting the guy in the corner. Go ahead. Uh-oh, now the crap dice start coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, my AC's a little better than 11, so no good there. Let's see what Nadir has over here. My guy on the east side here is getting blasted with a firebolt, and that will connect for about a quarter of his total hit points.
Firebolt. Firebolt.
That's EOD.
Okay, over to Gruhlak.
The spiritual weapons, if I move past them, they are not getting attacks opportunity.
They do not.
I just want to make sure before I do so.
Yeah,
All
it's
right,
only
I'm
the
gonna-
character that gets the AOO.
Did that guy create the spiritual weapon? Oh wait, the spiritual weapon doesn't have a concentration effect. Never mind.
Correct. Yeah, you're good. Alright, as Gruhlak enters and raises his greatsword, he catches the brief, fright-filled face of a female cultist standing before him. She sees her life flashing before her eyes as your greatsword descends. Come on, natural one.
That's inside on that one. All right, so it is a normal strike, correct?
Yeah.
So maybe she'll like it.
Oh.
Hard times.
Yeah, that's gonna be a nasty strike. Let me just double check. I don't have anything on that. No, that's a bonus action. Too bad we didn't use that last time. Oh well. Yep. Yeah, I got nothing against that, so I will take 14 slashing, and yeah, she's still alive, but she is now screaming in pain from the results of that nasty strike.
Soon it'll be over for you. He kind of stands over there, just like, and it'll be his turn.
Okay, and let's move it over to Kalidor. I wonder what he's about to do. Okay. Is it a charm or a fright? I have advantage.
Oh, like you're really scared of 2 whole points of damage.
Oh, I am. I'm terrified. Well, the one on the left will take the 2. The one on the right will make the save. She takes 2. He takes none. Okay. Yeah, buddy. That is Kalidor's turn. Over to Selaphiel.
Actually, I'm gonna bonus to heal since I decided to walk right here.
Okay. Go ahead and facilitate that at the same time. For 11, okay. Crunch.
Probably the last thing that I get to do right now. So I am end of turn.
Okay. That cultist,
with my whole 2 hit points left.
That cultist spits on Selaphiel and curses the name of Tyr as he is struck by the glowing magical mace. And both of the cultists will now proceed. Spiritual weapons. I'm going to move those in. And this time they will both focus on... No, there's no point on that. Jeong-Hoon ain't been doing anything. So one on Gruhlak and one on Selaphiel. And a miss on both. Well, wait. Yep, I got the flank advantage on Gruhlak, but that's still going to be a miss. And no advantage on Selaphiel, so that is also a miss. And cultists in melee with daggers. The female is going to try to get some retribution against Gruhlak, stabbing him twice. And the male cultist on the right side here, I'm going to stab out at Selaphiel once and see where I'm at after that. Okay, so the 20 for 3 piercing will get through on Gruhlak. 14 is going to miss Selaphiel, so last attack on Selaphiel as well. 13 will miss as well, so you survive by the skin of your teeth there. And Jeong-Hoon, over to you.
Okay, I'm going to attack this one.
Sounds like a plan. There we go. There we go. Good strike from the first one. I will take 4 bludge. Got it. And over to our tiefling. What you got, Justin?
Oh, I'll go after that same guy again.
I'm not sure which is worse, the complete miss or the almost total absence of damage. Either way, it sucks on both accounts.
Take that.
What do you say? You want to burn your inspiration here in the final moments?
Do it.
I am going to use my inspiration card, but not to re-roll. There's another effect on this card that I'm going to use on it.
Alright, alright. I dig it. Go ahead and drop that one on the table then, right here in the cultist chamber, so we can all get a good look at it. Once it goes into my hand, I can't read it as well. We are looking at... Immediately deal 1 die 12 lightning.
Shocking.
Positively shocking. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Guy stabs out at Selaphiel twice, and his daggers just kind of glance off shield and armor, and he prepares to redouble his efforts, and all of a sudden a bolt of lightning just kind of comes out of nowhere and chars him to nothingness.
That's it.
All right. And let's see if Gruhlak can finish off the female cultist.
Oh, yeah, he's pretty much in a rage.
Now the question is that now that the spiritual weapon has no control, does it stay there until the end of its duration? Or because that guy's dead, does it wink out of existence?
It either winks out, whether it winks out or stays there, it definitely doesn't have any further contribution. So just for mechanics' sake, we might as well. Boop, and there it goes.
All right.
And Gruhlak will rain a blow down on this poor cultist who dared. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. So.
Okay. She is completely surrounded, so any of your attacks against her are going to be at advantage.
Okay. I also want to recognize somebody in the user chat who goes by Feet. I just think it's a cool name, so I'm just going to say big ups to Feet in the Twitch chat.
Super cool, super cool. What's up, Feet?
It's your feet.
And Ben, you probably noticed there underneath your token the appearance of another secret door.
Six, so we roll 2.
Crunch.
And make that add 2. So.
Add 2, got it. Okay. Well, you have lopped off her arm, and she is just spraying blood and screaming bloody murder here, and praying for Miracle to give her strength, and so that she not be so cowardly in his presence.
Is this like a Kill Bill scene where the shooting like that? That's just messed.
Yeah, and you would venture a guess that she's probably pretty cowardly in Miracle's presence as she arrives at that particular plane of existence. As you slay the female cult fanatic here and discover the presence of another secret door right here, we have another normal door further east down the chamber. So this is the area that we will conclude it tonight and pick it up from next week.
Would this also be a good time-wise, from all of our explorations and stuff like that, to be able to take either a long or a short rest?
It's been a couple hours since the last short rest, so you can definitely take another one, and that definitely places you closer to the next long rest, but I think you're probably still riding early to mid-afternoon at this point, so if you want... What's up, Kyla? Okay, yeah, if you wanted to take your, if you wanted to take the long rest, you probably got about another 6 or 7 hours to wait right here. She was just reminding me of what time of day it was.
Okay.
Hey, Don, that measly 7 hit points was to you.
Yeah, I figure if we take a short rest, I can spend some more hit dice to get some more hit points back.
Do we want to end off tonight like last week then? Do we want to start off a
Yeah,
short rest and see if we can get it?
Yeah, let's start a short rest, see if we can get it, and then... So we'll go back into this room where there's beds.
Very cool. And unlike last week, you will get your hour uninterrupted this time. So if you want to go ahead and knock out that short rest now, start spending hit dice, regaining action surges, second winds, etc., feel free to knock that out.
The only thing I'm going to get back is my favorite by the gods ability. Everything else...
26...
That came in handy on both occasions tonight. I like that.
Yeah, it's a really cool ability.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, and I'm at near full.
Nice, nice. Anybody got anything else they want to do with their short rest here? All right. I'm going to send us then to our new end credits sequence here. I'd like to thank all of you RPU lifers here who joined us for another session of Baldur's Gate descent into Avernus. I realize that each game without us actually going to Avernus makes it a little bit more ridiculous a title, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I promise you. And then you'll wish you were back in Baldur's Gate. So thank you all for being here, part of the game. Thank you to Radio Free Covenant for tuning in tonight and helping promote Roleplaying Unlimited. Always a joy. Thank you to Annie Bag of Donuts for the donation there. Much appreciated. Love you, baby girl. And I'm going to send us to our end credits here. Hope you enjoy and have a good night, all.
Hey, everyone.
you